Hello, this is Dick Hill. I'm with ARC Advisory Group. Welcome to our session on preparing for the new normal, transformation from an automated to an autonomous operations. So let's begin with industry business trends and challenges. We all face these today: global competition, requirements from customers that involve standards they impose, or being able to be more agile to increase production and change products as required. Of course, there's costs, all kinds of costs, from raw materials, energy, to the systems, the very systems we're putting in to help these things. And of course, there's the aging workforce and the aging assets. And plant personnel and safety are of high importance. And then along comes COVID-19. It added even more challenges and uncertainty. But one thing has remained constant, and that is the objectives remain that we need to improve the business performance. We need to meet the challenges over the operations lifecycle, and we need to do that safely. Let's talk a little bit about the operational technology trends, the transformation from automated to autonomous. The transformation to automated began quite a while ago, back in the 1900s, and many of you probably experienced systems like I'm showing here, which I refer to as aging systems. And the characteristics of those from a maturity model point of view was a lot of the operations was at level 0, meaning manual, meaning there was no automation. Humans had to make decisions, had to make things turn on, turn off, move up, move down. There was a lot of regulatory operations in which the humans made all the decisions, and some basic regulatory control. Then we've been replacing those type of ancient systems to more modern systems using the business models we're trying to accomplish. And the maturity levels that are found in there pretty much start with regulatory automation, to advanced regulatory, things like advanced process control. And in a few cases, there's been sections of plants and maybe some small units themselves that are running without human intervention for the most part, which we call level 4 select autonomy. Then, of course, autonomous operations means that the plant or the operations runs without the requirement for human intervention. We call that maturity level 5. And there's certainly technology that would allow us to move in that direction. The question is, does it make sense in every case? So last forum, a year ago, we introduced the 5-level model in which we talked about level 0 being no autonomy, no automation, all the way up to full autonomy, where, as I said, operations technology makes all the decisions without the need for humans to be involved. We then asked customers to take a survey, and the results were, this was, of course, survey was done early last year, so COVID-19 hadn't really affected their responses very much, but you can clearly see that majority of people, for all the different kinds of operations that we're looking at, we segmented. We're thinking that currently, that is 2020, the level, majority of people thought the level of operations was somewhere around level 3. And as we move to a couple of years ahead, which is this 2022 is what we asked them to do, they're showing that they believe that there would be a movement more towards autonomy, but no one thought that in a couple of years we would have autonomous operations across the board. So the movement will take some time to achieve, and certainly COVID-19 has impacted that. But in terms of success factors, how do we do this? It still remains the same. We need digital transformation, and it requires that we optimize the plant performance. But we need to combine technology with experience and the process of how you do things. We need to enable investment opportunities by looking at the best return on assets as where we go with applying technology. We need to follow with a solid life cycle process. That means develop the requirement, engineer it, construct, start up, and then repeat for all operations moving forward. And of course, to make this possible, teamwork is essential. We need to set predefined goals and objectives. We need to use technology to renew standards and remove the performance gaps and solve the very tough problems. Reach for autonomous operations where needed, but if you don't need it, don't use it. Autonomous operations need to have intelligent digital transformation. Now today we have 3 presenters: Howard Elton from Koch Industries, Robert Tillien from Shell, and Robert Whitaker, also from Shell, will join Robert in his presentation. And our panelist from Yokogawa is Eugene Saropoulos. So please welcome them, and be sure to stay at the end, where we are going to have a panel discussion and take your questions. Thank you very much.